I'm a one-man shop. 10 years of working on all those machines, and now I'm starting my own company. I've only been doing CNC programming for under a year.
You machined an M mill with another M mill, so you didn't have to use more M mills.
That's right. The shaft made out of brass that he wanted was a $5,000 part. We did it for $250 for just the material. We got a 10,000 step right there, and I still throw a chamfer on there. This is the largest makerspace in New Hampshire.
This resource is something that some of the biggest shops in the world do not have access to, and you have one
Just for fun.
just here.
Starting a business from community was the best thing, and nobody talks about it. I have all these skills, and I got to start here. So I started my machining career by flying out all the way to San Diego, where I got a job as a tool and die maker. Wanted to be an engineer, and starting from the ground up is what I love to do. I want to understand how things work, why they work, why they are what they are, and build on knowledge. Building on knowledge creates the best base that you can do, and just creates a stronger identity in the machining field. While I was out there, I did a 4-year apprenticeship at a company called Solar Turbines. So the apprenticeship was 4 years. Okay. From there, I stayed with the company for another 6 years. Okay. Just developing my skills. I worked on everything pretty much manual. It was a lot of manual.
It's not CNC.
Oh yeah. So there was no programming out of computer. None of that. I've only been doing CNC programming for under a year.
Really? So they're developing, stuff that goes into, like you said, every federal building in the country, pretty much, hospitals, etc., manually.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
From the tool room.
From the tool room.
From the tool room. Yeah. 10 years of working on all those machines, and now I'm starting my own company, and it's just like I have all these skills, and I got to start here. So with such a small space, the biggest thing is I need stuff to work well. I need it to be adaptive, and I need it to be resourceful in how it can be used.
Modular as possible.
Modular is exactly what I'm going for. So one of the big things is, packaging. I relied heavily on the tools that are available, okay? Parametric modeling. So if I could just punch in 3 different dimensions and my laser can spit out a box, that's perfect.
So you're not stocking 30 different box sizes, you're stocking material and cutting your own boxes.
Exactly.
Wow, I haven't seen anybody do that before.
This is my stock. This is all I need to make boxes for parts this big to this big.
Really?
That's it.
And you've done that full range. Boxes aren't cheap.
Nope.
Packing material isn't cheap.
Nope.
And I have probably 2 shelves this size full of boxes.
Yeah.
The ability to be nimble that way that's an interesting approach. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah. So this is actually the box material that I have right now. I thought it was really appropriate. It's kind of like a brushed steel. And so my laser comes in, it does, the outside box dimensions, does all the scoring, and it'll even laser it on. So it'll put my logo on there, it'll put the part number, it'll put the PO number on there, and the part count. So you just load everything, it's all parametric, spits it out, hit go, boxes are all set.
It's really, again, that kind of delivering a super high-end experience for the end user and the customer.
Yep.
Doesn't need to be crazy expensive to get into.
So I have all these boxes ready to go to ship over 100 parts right here. Okay. These ones here are all loaded up. I got my logo on there.
Those are great.
Again, I got my, what the part is, the count, and then my logo again. I could put, whatever the customer needs on there. So when this is sitting on the shelves for them, they can look and say, oh, this is this part, this part, this part.
You're kind of helping manage your inventory for them.
Exactly.
And I gotta ask about this. This is awesome. This is one of the coolest toolboxes I've ever seen. Give me a little history on this.
A lot of this stuff was bought on Black Friday, and this is one of them.
Perfect. Oh, this is a new one. This isn't even vintage.
No, this isn't
really
vintage. Yeah, just utilizing it, especially when I was over at the space, over at Make It Labs. I had to have everything in a small space.
Right.
Everything is a small space, so everything has to be, done correctly, taken care of correctly, and then, like this guy
you got the
here.
Kennedy.
Yep, got the Kennedy. So, grid storage. So I got all my tools and all my little boxes, and then I can just take this out. Okay, I got all my hex wrenches and everything right here, just ready to go.
I have to say, in a space of this size, if you weren't as well organized as you are, I feel like it would be a much different experience trying to get parts out the door.
Yeah, well, being a tool maker and having to have everything helps.
Definitely. This is not a large space.
9 by 16.
extremely
Very
well
small.
utilized. Tell us about how you kind of laid this out, and what was your thought process behind it?
Well, first thing is going to be the machine. How can I situate that so I can access it, for any maintenance or repairs that are going to be needed. So that kind of situated itself right here. We ran electrical. We have the box sitting right back there. So I had that all put in, just utilizing the space as best as possible, having enough room around it and not pushing it up against a wall.
Right.
I could have gotten more space by doing that, pushing it off to one side, but machine maintenance, I make my living off this. I want to take care of it.
And what was the decision to go for the Tormach in this case? You got a 1500 MX. What was the driver behind this one?
Oh boy, that's there's a lot to that question. I needed a machine that I could rely on and grow with. So using programming to do more complex operations.
Okay.
So in-process probing is huge for me, being able to pick things up, especially when I want to get into 5-axis machining.
Yes.
Also included was a 4th axis.
Oh,
so I got
came
that.
with
Yep. So it's sitting in a box right now, but that'll eventually get, added on. So being able to do the 4th axis, in-process probing, and the ease of use.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, so my process and my approach is to have as much adaptability and usability as possible.
Right.
Getting 3 4-inch vices to me is a lot more valuable than 2 6-inch vices.
How so?
Because I can have one rough everything out, okay, by using my, these are the talons, I believe, by Mighty Bite, okay, and then I can have another one when I'm doing engraving, okay, and then I can have another station open for whatever else needs to come in.
If something pops in the door and you just need to get it going.
Yep. So I have a fixture that fits in 2 of these for doing those parts right there. So while I'm catching up in the morning, drinking my coffee, trying to wake up, I can get those 4 parts going.
Even if you're planning to run something else later, you kind of keep it a little open that way.
Yep, and I can program up for the other vice. I can do the parts for the first robotics team. They're having issues, so I had to make up these little snail locks. So
That's
cam and all
super
this
nice.
stuff only took about 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
How have you gotten so quick with programming when I'm sure a big part of that comes from, if you have a good base in machining, you kind of know what cutters you should use. You know what kind of cutters you should use.
Yep.
You know generally your feeds and speeds, turning for sure, milling, you're going to figure that out real quick because you know what works and what doesn't. You know what length the cuts work. Is it really because of that background that you're so quick at getting into that? Because that's very fast even for that, especially as a guy who said 2 years CNC?
Yep, 2 years in CNC.
Yeah, what's driving that? How did that happen?
It's utilizing what the software packages offer.
Right.
Okay. Creating templates, dragging those in with tooling that already has speeds and feeds attached to that tool. Dragging that in, dropping that in, hitting go. Okay. Understanding what the part is and that what I can get away with in programming it. It's like, okay, do I need to go in? Do I need to do cutter comp on this part? I didn't have to. So I could really just go in, drop my 3D, profiling, my 3D flat area, and then, just 2 contours for deburring, done.
That's cool. What kind of stuff are you typically running in here these days? Is it steels, aluminums?
It's mostly been aluminum right now. Those are the big jobs I've been getting. I do have a steel job coming up. I'm going to be making a press for a belt clip. So I got a gentleman who does his own custom knives, okay? And so the little belt clip bends and stuff like that he's doing out of titanium is just really tough to do.
Yes.
So I designed a press for him, and so I'll be doing some hard milling and stuff like that, getting that all set up.
Oh, that's cool.
Ka-chink, and that's all set. So this here is a RF shield for circuitry, okay? So basically you're gonna have your main board down in the bottom here, and then in here, you're gonna have another module. And so this here is basically gonna plug into that board, okay? And then you're gonna have 8 of those going across, and then this goes into a system of some sort.
So this is really, really high-end work in terms of the customer base that would be looking for something like this, because even if this is not the most expensive part of the job, there's definitely very expensive electronics going in this,
Yes.
the assembly itself. Why are they choosing you, or how did you get into a place like this? Was this again from that kind of community building?
This was again from the community.
Really?
Yep. So kind of a windfall position is what I'm kind of, seeing it as. He reached out, it's like, hey, we got a couple of these, could you make started off with just a couple of these guys here.
Definitely.
We got a, what is it, like a 10 thou step right there, and I still throw a chamfer on there.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow, good for you.
Absolutely. One of my favorite things about this is right in here, you have a full radius into a sharp corner, okay? So rather than profiling that out, thou step at a time, that's gonna take 40 minutes to maybe an hour 20 or something, like depending on what tool you use. I bought a high-speed steel ball end mill.
Okay.
Took a carbide end mill and cut the nose off.
You machined an end mill with another end mill, so you didn't have to use more end mills.
That's right. This is one of my battle stations. I do also have a laptop that I work from as well, which is super, super helpful because not only do I program here, I'm now helping out another shop in the area.
You're a busy guy.
I am very, I am everywhere all at once.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I'll program here for, probably about 90% of the time. And then I always have my laptop with me.
Every time I hear more about what you're doing, it's really, I know that obviously you're taking on some consulting stuff, you're taking on some payrolls, but even though you have your own thing here, you're helping other guys in this area get set up, where technically they could be competition, but it seems like to you it's a little more important that things are getting made here.
Working together.
Right.
Working together. Developing together, building those bonds. Now they'll send me work, and if I need work done, they'll help me out. It's community,
Definitely.
And that was a hard thing to find. I don't see a community. Everybody is just like, my operation, my shop, everybody stay out. This is proprietary. Yeah. I don't want to share. I got my good position, and I don't want anybody else to, and I just don't share that.
Now this building here, tell us a little bit about this space. When we go out to a lot of places that are giant, we kind of said this earlier, it's hard to get your head around how you even get started doing that, right?
Yep.
I might not have $50,000 to put down on a building. I might not have $150,000 to even just get a good air compressor and, kit out all these big machines, but you don't really need to do that to get started.
No.
Tell us a little bit about this space here and how you got in here.
Yeah, so this space here is a subsection of another member at Make It Labs. Okay, he had some storage space, and he's like, if you ever need to rent space, just being in that community of people who want to help out. So he was one of, I think, 2 or 3 people who offered, hey, if you want space to start up a shop, let me know.
So you had some options, in fact.
I had a couple options. Yeah, I had one guy who's actually got a couple CNC machines. They're older and they need a lot of upkeep to get going. He also offered, space there as well.
So you got room to grow if you need to.
Exactly. So working with people and then subletting out from, a small or someone who has extra room was super helpful. So when I came here, I got a job as an injection mold maker. So that was about 2 years ago. And that's when I first started getting into actual CNC machining. Okay. It takes a little bit to kind of get that under your reins when, you've been doing things, old school for so long.
It's a strong basis, though. You know what you're doing.
Super strong. Yeah, sometimes. And so the community base that I really started out was over at Make It Labs. While I'm over at the Makerspace, I donate my time. I'm not charging for that. I want people to come in. I want people to be able to ask me questions. Okay, I'm there as the resource to help them do what they want to do.
What you're doing there is you're really helping people. Not only, you're not just taking jobs off the street and saying, hey, if you come by, I'll do this for you. It's, if you want to learn something, if you want to develop your skills, there's people like you there to support that.
Yeah. So not only have I worked on boat parts and race car parts, I've actually gotten to work on material that came from the International Space Station.
Come on, really?
Yes. So that has been in outer space.
And what was the application that you were involved in this? Because that's insane.
Yeah. So people come in with the craziest things. So this here was just a little piece of resin with certain fibers going through it. It's non-toxic, I asked. But they were looking at, radiation shielding.
Really?
Yeah, so this part here is for radiation shielding. So they wanted to see, after it's been up there for so long, okay, how does it degrade? So you got to bring it down. We have a water jet in the space, cut it out, and I helped bring it down to a certain size so they could do tensile tensile tests.
Fair enough. So there's some pretty wild stuff that goes on there.
Oh, yeah.
Did that help drive you to open up this place right here?
The jump started coming in when people started, shifting the beer payments to actually green payments. It was kind of one of those things. It's like, I'm here to help people out. I'm not here to get paid. I'm not here to make money. I want people to be safe. I want people to enjoy machining. I want people to learn machining. I want people to see the art that it is.
Right.
So it took a push from a couple members and say, hey, my business wants to pay you. Okay, we got this job. Can you do this? So look at the quote. Look at the shop, not this shop, what we had available over there. It's just like, I can make this happen. And so one thing after another, doing all these little things, led into building this space out.
So this literally got developed by helping people out, and the good deeds, although you weren't looking for repayment, kind of ended up getting repaid.
Yeah, and starting a business from community was the best thing. And nobody talks about it.
Right.
I've gone through videos online. I've gone through chat forums. Everybody is about making a machined part as cheap as possible.
And as quickly as possible. So that's not a direction I wanted to go. I want to be working with companies where we're all moving forward. So this is Make It Labs. This is, I believe, the largest makerspace in New Hampshire. Oh, really?
Yep. So it's all volunteer based. There's nobody paid on the salary. So everybody here is here because they want to be. We want to help people learn, and we want to have fun.
Absolutely. This place is big.
Yeah. I want to say it's over 20,000 square feet. So, but coming into the area, we basically have kind of our chill congregation area where we do all of our electronics works. So we got programming, we got solder stations. In the back left corner there is where one of our members, Bill, works. He is a guru at fixing things. We had a DRO go out in one of our lathes. He goes in, he opens it up and just fixed,
done,
scholastic, all set.
Nice, everything
taken
from
care of.
vintage stuff all the way up to extremely modern stuff. Like it's a little bit of everything.
We got a range.
So how many people would be dropping in on this place in a week, roughly?
Yeah, we have over 300 members right now.
Oh, wow. So
yeah.
People are really interested in what's going on here.
Yeah. So this here is an R2D2 that one of the gentlemen here is making. So this is, you have to be licensed to make one of these, okay? You cannot make one for profit, okay? You have to basically use this for STEM.
Right.
Get kids excited, bring kids into manufacturing, electronics, programming, and who doesn't like an R2D2?
Get them stoked about it, of course.
Yep.
Wow, this place has literally everything.
Well, we got a lot of stuff. We have several members who do race cars. So, one of the parts I'm working on is for R&D for a race engine.
You got a full laser over there.
Yeah, we got a 4x8 plasma cutter.
Oh, it's a plasma cutter.
Yep.
Oh, okay. And that's CNC controlled?
Yep, all CNC. So again, we're all fusion based here as well. So draft it up, drag it over, send it, it's cutting out.
And then over here, someone can weld it together for you, or you can do it yourself.
Yep, then we can weld everything up. So we got MIG, TIG. We have it's finally summer and the weather's getting warmer. So now we got our blacksmith. Yep.
Wow.
We love doing everything here.
That's wicked.
Everything.
Really, really cool spot. I can't believe how big it is. When you hear Makerspace, typically you think of community funded, they're going to be kind of as cost effective as possible, which I'm sure it is, but this place has literally everything. You guys got manual lathes. That's a little almost like a watchmaking lathe or something, isn't it?
Yeah, so that one's getting replaced with the Grizzly in the back corner there, just so that way members don't have to use the large lathe for tiny parts. Yeah, so that one's got a nice little DRO, variable speed control, super simple, simplistic, easy to use.
Very well organized in here.
Yep.
Tooling, I mean, you guys seem like you're pretty well equipped as well.
We're pretty well equipped. Last year I built all of these benches. The benches tops from 2x4s.
Butcher block?
Butcher block, yep. The mill behind you, me and another member, Steve Richardson, we rebuilt that whole head.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'd never done that before, and we're up there on a ladder just taking the thing apart, and
now you know how.
And now I know how.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't say no to anything.
You guys have a Tormach in here.
Yep. So this is the one I started on. This is what you know, starting in CNC, getting things moving, this thing was amazing.
Really?
Yep. Yep. So this is where I started. This is why, you know, Tormach like really worked for me.
Right.
You know, even this piece of hardware that has been like, this is a hobbyist, it's been abused, okay, was holding under a thou.
Really?
Like I was able to do even Xometry, the Xometry inspection part, like it was cutting what it needed to do.
And you guys do some nice stuff on this. Look at this here.
Yep, so I did that. That is no post-processing, that is directly off the machine.
Really?
Directly off the machine.
Come on, you just generated that geometry right on there?
Yep.
I mean, that's the kind of stuff that will get people excited about machining, right? Like,
Exactly.
you know, you and I, we've been tool makers. We'll see a part that's little and square, and we go, "Oh, that's really nice."
Yeah.
But if you don't know what you're looking at, you know, if you're trying to get excited about machining, it's not the same. Stuff like that's where people kind of really get into it.
Yep. We have the gentleman with the part is actually right here. This is the sailboat part.
Oh.
So this is what we did on the lathe, and so he just finished this up on the Tormach.
And again, this is a part that if you buy off the shelf or get them to do it, we're talking thousands. Right.
Yeah.
And here it is, come in, you know, learn it yourself, get some material, and let's do it.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Just awesome.
It's not just a hobbyist thing. It's a, hey, let's learn how to do the trade. Do I like it? Great. Let's go take it to the next level.
Yeah. So during my apprenticeship, like I wanted to be an engineer for the longest time. Okay. So when I flew out to California to do my 4-year apprenticeship, I'm like, okay, great basis, do that, couple years, engineer. I'll have a great basis. So 1.5 years, 2 years in, okay, I finally got to do my time with the engineers. Super excited because this is what I've been looking for years.
Ever.
Ended day 2. I couldn't sit in front of a computer for 8 hours a day.
You wanted to be on the floor making
And
stuff.
so I love working with my hands. I love working with machines, making it look good.
You guys have everything for lathes here. You got knurling tools. You know, you guys have a very wide array of
Oh yeah. And then if we don't have it, like I've made pin spanners and stuff like that, fairly well tooled up for, you know, what people will need. So I made all these cutouts and stuff like that.
Super, super well organized.
So all of our tooling.
Over here you got
Thank you.
this more kind of woodworking.
Yes, this is kind of like the open space area, the open work area. So we'll have people working on their cars right here, you know, doing major, massive overhauls. We've had someone bring in a ton of steel and weld up their own trailer.
Oh, wow.
Like car carrying trailer.
Yeah, you guys are kind of making things come to life. You know, I have a crazy idea. Hey, why don't we give it a shot?
Yeah. So wood shop. So we got a full-blown wood shop with a saw stop. Up top is our lessons learned on the saw stop. So one of the funny ones is we had somebody do some laser cutting. Okay. So laser creates carbon. Carbon conducts electricity. So as he was cutting it, the blade went down.
Bink. Wow, I wouldn't even thought about that. Yeah, the amount of creativity that's in this place is staggering.
Oh yeah. So this is our just bin storage area, and then right back here is where we have our lasers. So we got 100 watt CO2, and then we also have a MOPA,
Look at
or
that.
fiber laser. So you are able to do fun stuff like coins.
Look at that.
I'm trying to looking for the good example. There's like a coin floating around here, and they've done so many passes that they literally engrave it.
Engraved it, yeah. I've seen people
No,
do
it's
that before.
Yep. So
No, what's nice about this is it gives people a chance to not only, you know, take things from a mill to the laser to the mill, but it also gives them a chance to try a bunch of different stuff.
Yep.
Right? Are you more fabrication? Are you more machining? Are you more, you know, welding? Are you more into whatever? It gives them a chance to kind of dip their toes in a lot of ponds.
Yep. Or if, you know, machining isn't your thing, if woodworking isn't your thing, you know, you can come in here and you can just, you know, spit out, you know, cardboard, you know, playthings. Or
As long as you're doing something with your hands and using your brain, to me, it's a great thing.
Exactly. But the really fun thing is right back over here, we had a scanning electron microscope donated
Really?
to us. Like my work, we do a lot of grinding, and we grind really, really small threads. And so if we take a EDM cut and we polish that up, we can actually look at the grain structure to see if we're burning or not for our...
Yeah, this resource is something that some of the biggest shops in the world do not have access to, and you have one
just for fun.
just here.
Just for
hey,
fun.
who wants to fire this thing up?
Yep.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah.
This place just keeps on going.
Oh yeah. So this is going to be our 3D printing room. A couple bamboos.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I forgot what the top one. I think they're Adventure 4s by Flash Forge.
And these things are actually running right now. At least a few of them are.
Yep.
So people can come in, program them up, set up their print, and come back when it's all done.
Yep. So we got that, and then on the other side we got a whole bunch of resin printing.
Sorry, what is this?
Resin printing?
Resin printing. What's the difference between resin printing and... I know nothing about it.
So resin, you're basically gonna have a bath of resin down at the bottom, okay? Build plate comes down, okay? And then you have a light that lasers it out, cures it, it raises up.
Oh.
Raises it up, so you can have super, super high resolution. And then you can also use UV cured materials, which can be stronger than, you know, just layer applied filament dispensing. So next area is going to be our textiles area. So we had a lady come in, sweetest lady. I just love her, she's great. She brought in a loom. Now we have a whole bunch of looms where people can come in and make their own, you know, blankets, scarves.
Not only just from sewing, you're literally from the ground up. You can make your own textiles, literally.
Yeah, yeah, so you use your gates and stuff like that. So by opening up certain patterns, okay, you're gonna get, you know, your patterns. So you have to set up all your needle carriers and your gates. And so, oh yeah,
it's bizarre.
It's crazy
Super
how
cool.
it works, yeah.
Jeez.
Super, super. So this here is our retro room.
Oh, cool.
So this is where we have all of our really old computers, Commodore 64s, like old Apples, and
This is amazing.
yeah, it's just fun.
Jeez. Yeah, there's literally everything in here.
Yep.
I love the style too has been kept.
Mm-hmm.
This is awesome. This is absolutely fantastic.
So this is our studio room. So we got a full-blown green screen, sound editing, monster computer for your video and, you know, audio editing. So if you want to produce movies, you can do that here as well.
You could literally build something downstairs, make a movie about doing it upstairs.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Look at that.
Yep, so this is their robot for this year.
Very, very handy for getting people into machining because although they're interested in programming, they're interested in automation, it gives them a background kind of on all of it all at once.
Yep.
And it's a good base, a good interest. Again, it's kind of like the makerspace of getting into trades. You get to touch a lot of different things as you do.
Exactly. So yeah, lots of good kids on the team. They're here like every day after school till like 9:30 or something like that.
Oh
Just
yeah?
cranking out. Oh yeah, yeah. So this here is our soft metals area. This is where people can do jewelry, soldering and stuff like that. Me and my wife actually made our wedding bands out of an ingot. We alloyed
Really?
it. Yep, yep.
That's
Alloyed,
super,
rolled it
super
out,
cool.
and yeah.
You guys are as DIY as possible. Mm-hmm. Super cool equipment in here. Some nice old stuff.
Yeah, we got some really fun donations.
It's awesome too because when people donate to a place like this, not only is it not going to the scrapyard, not only is it not going to be taken care of, but it's going to be used.
That's how we got our ProTrack lathe up there.
Really?
It was the same price to scrap it. $2,000 just to ship and scrap it, versus just
ship it to us.
And yeah, we'll take it absolutely.
Fair enough.
4x10, 12 CNC router.
Big old router.
Big. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a nice one too. Yeah, when you said this place is enormous, I may have underestimated. Wow.
Yep. And then so this here, well, on this side here, we're just getting into like I forget, faceting, cabochons and stuff like that. You know, grinding your own gemstones. And,
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's
so-
super, super cool.
Yep.
Jewelry setting and stuff. Yeah, look at all the little
Yeah.
grinders and stuff.
Yep, so
Wet
that-
grinders.
Exactly. And then this is the area that my wife is a resource manager for, the ceramics area. We got a couple kilns in here, for all the dipping and stuff like that, for your glazes. And so all my coffee mugs now are from here.
Handmade.
That's pretty much it. That's the dark space where
That's the scary spot.
Yep,
I don't want to go there. Thank you very much for showing us around. This is fantastic.